Hello students, I am Sunny sir from Mohadi English School. This video is for class 3, subject English. Let's read the thought for today. There is no elevator to success, you have to take the stairs. So the meaning of this thought is that there is no shortcut to reach the success. You always have to work hard, because hard work is the key to success. If you do not work hard, you can not expect success, because when you take up stairs, that is your hard work, only then you can reach your destination. If you wait for the elevator, you will always keep waiting. So never wait for any shortcut, always take the difficult path, because difficult roads lead to beautiful destinations. So always be ready to work hard and never feel tired. Keep exercising and keep eating healthy food every day. The content of today's video is chapter 5, The Tree, and that is a poem. Introduction to the poem and the poet. Reading the poem from the textbook. Revision of the poem for upcoming exam. As you know, in the upcoming exam, you have this poem, that is The Tree. It is included in your exam. So today we are revising this poem so that you can get good marks if any question is asked from this particular poem. So first we will read about the poem. I will tell you what is the poem about. We will read about the poet, and then finally we will read the poem line by line and we will understand. And this is the revision based video. If you have watched my previous video, you already know why are we learning this poem. So what is the objective? We have to recognize that there are 4 stages of germination through which a seed becomes sapling. When you plant the seed and when it becomes a sapling, a small plant, in between that there are 4 important stages. That is what is the objective of this chapter. Now let's continue with our poem. So here is the name of the poem. Write down the name. First you will write in the heading chapter 5, The Tree. As I told you, we are revising the poem. So some important points, some important keywords you will write down in your notebook along with the revision. So please see that you are writing along. The name of the chapter, that is The Tree. It is chapter number 5. As you can see over here, the image is given of a tree. So we come to know that the poem is about the tree. But what is there in the poem? I will tell you about the poem. And even before that, I want you to complete this warm-up exercise. Write 10 words that come to your mind when you look at a tree. So you can look at this tree. You can see delicious mangoes hanging around, like you can see the tree. It's green tree, big, long. It has a very strong roots. As we know, the roots of the trees are strong. It has very strong stems. So all these things you could see over here. Now you have to write down the 10 words. As you can see, the 10 boxes around the tree. So can you write the 10 words which are related to the tree? You have the time of 1 minute. I will suggest you some words, but you have to write your own words. Whichever words you think are related to the tree. So for example, you can write green, because trees are green. They look beautiful and they spread greenery all around. Then what else you can write over here? You can write mango, because it's a mango tree. Mangoes are hanging around. Then what else you can write? You have to think and write on your own. You can also write about the usefulness. We get oxygen, so the word oxygen is also important. We get fruits. You can write many more words which are related to the tree. We get fresh air. So in all, as I told you, you have to write 10 words in your notebook which are related to the tree. Now, what is about the poem? What is there in the poem? The poem, The Tree, is written by Keki and Daruwala. In this poem, the poet talks about a Gulmohar tree. So where is the Gulmohar tree? Let's see. So here is the image of the Gulmohar tree that you can see on the screen. In this poem, the poet is talking about this Gulmohar tree that his father had planted near the house, and it tells the story of the growth of the tree when the tree was a sapling, a small plant, to when it became a big tree. The growth of the tree from sapling to a big tree is what is told in the poem. The poet and his father, they took care of this tree a lot, and it grew very well, as you can see. The poet says that the tree has paid them back. The tree has given them back all they had given to the tree. The tree has paid them back. The tree has also helped them a lot. The tree has given them shade and flowers. So let's read about the poet. What is given over here about the poet, Keki and Daruwala? He is the poet of this poem. He is an Indian poet and a short story writer of great importance. So he belongs to India and he has written short stories. He also used to be an Indian Police Service officer. So he was also an Indian Police Service officer, that is IPS. He has written over 12 books. So how many books he has written? Up till now he has written 12 books. His poetry collection, The Keeper of the Dead, won him the Sahitya Academy Award in 1984. So he has won this award of the Sahitya Academy in the year 1984, and the government of India awarded him the Padma Shri Award in 2014. It's a very important award. Not many people get these awards. The Padma Shri Award was presented to him in the year 2014. He is famous for his short story, Love Across the Salt Desert. So he has written this famous story among the works. Among other works, his story, Love Across the Salt Desert, has become more famous. So this is about the poet, Keki and Daruwala. Now let's read the poem and understand line by line. Reading. In this poem, the poet talks about a beautiful Gulmohar tree that he and his father planted outside their house. He tells us of the joy the tree has brought them over the years. So what is the poem about? As I told you, the poem is about a beautiful Gulmohar tree. Who planted this tree? The tree was planted by father and his son. And where did they plant the tree? They planted the tree outside their house. So in this poem, the poet Keki and Daruwala, he tells us about the joy, the happiness the tree has brought them over the years. How much happiness or how much joy the tree has given them is what he has written in the poem. It is a story when the tree was a sapling till it became a big Gulmohar tree with red roof. So let's read first stanza and understand. Next to the track beside our house, Dad planted a Gulmohar. We tended it, we watered it, it wanted more and more. So the first stanza, it is given that next to the track. What is the meaning of track? Track means a rough path. Next to the road, beside our house means near the house where the poet's house was there. Beside their house, Dad planted a Gulmohar. Who planted the Gulmohar tree? That can be the question which is asked. Dad means the poet's father planted the Gulmohar. We tended it. Tended means they took care of it. When a child is young, the mother and the parents, how they take care of the child, they never leave them alone. Same way, he is saying that they took care of the tree, they tended it, they watered it, they gave them water every day, and it wanted more and more. It wanted more water every day. The tree wanted more love, more affection, and more every day. Then, next stanza. When first its little shoots of green spread across the boughs, and some of us said, "Wow!" Its branches were so low, we drove the goats away and cows. So here in the second stanza, the poet says that when its first little shoots of green, shoots means the tiny outgrowths from the seeds, which will become leaves later on. So when the first leaves, when the first shoots of green came out, it's spread across the boughs. Boughs means branches. When the tree started spreading the branches, first time the tree was growing now, and some of us said, "Wow." So wow means everyone who looked at the tree, they said, "Wow, it looks so beautiful." Its branches were so low. So the branches of the tree were very low. You know, when the tree is very young, the branches are very low. Even you can catch the branch of the tree. When it is not very high, you can easily catch the branch of the tree. So the branches were very low. We drove the goats away and cows. So the poet had to drove the goats and the cows away. They had to keep the goats and the cows away so that they would not eat the branches of the tree, because cows and goats are animals, and these animals eat the branches, the leaves. So the poet is saying that they had to keep these animals like goats and cows away, because they would enter there and they would start eating the branches, as the tree was young and the branches were very low, easily reachable. They could easily eat with their mouth. Then, in the third stanza, it really kept us on our toes. A baby tree needs care. Next year, the green fuzz changed to leaf. It turned into a red-roofed tree, a thing of beauty rare. So, in the third stanza, the poet says that they were on their toes, means they were always looking after the tree. On your toes means you are alert. So this poet and his father, always they had to be alert that the animals are not coming near the tree, or is anyone else not coming near the tree. Because if anyone would come near the tree, then the tree would be destroyed. So they had to take care of the tree. They had to always look after the tree. They were always on their toes, always alert and taking care. A baby tree needs care. As I told you, when the child is young, always the parents, either one, a mother or father, always they are around the baby so that they can take care of their child. Same way, when the tree is young, someone has to be around all the time to check whether the tree is okay or not. Next year, the green fuzz changed to leaf. Fuzz. Fuzz means shoots. What are shoots? The tiny outgrowths which will turn into leaves. The tiny part of the plant which will become leaf after some days. So, the fuzz became leaf. After some years now, the fuzz started changing into leaves. Now the leaves started coming on the tree. It turned into red-roofed tree, a thing of beauty rare. So as you can see, the red color tree, the Gulmohar tree was red color because it had red color flowers on it. So it is called a red-roofed tree, a thing of beauty rare. It was a very rare thing. Rare means which you will not find easily. It is very uncommon and precious, very valuable. It was a very beautiful tree and it was rarely seen anywhere. it turned into a red roofed tree. It gave the roof, means it gave the shelter of red color. Because of the red flowers, the tree is called red roofed tree. Then let's read the next stanza. It never spoke to us, of course, it just spoke to the winds, and now and then waved to the skies, but it gave us everything. So here in the next stanza, the poet says that the tree did not speak to them. Of course, the tree cannot speak, can it? So the poet is saying that the tree did not speak to them. But what did it do? It spoke to the winds. When the wind blows very fiercely, you will see that the trees are fluttering and dancing in the wind, in the breeze. So that is the action of the tree, that the trees move from here and there because of the wind, because of the fierce wind. And that movement is what the poet is describing over here, that the tree did not speak to the poet or his family members, but it just spoke to the winds, the air. But it means that the tree was fluttering because of the breeze, and now and then waved to the skies, but it gave us everything. The tree was waving at the sky. Wave means when you move your both the hands and you tell someone goodbye, that is called waving. With one hand you say hi, with both the hands you say goodbye, so that is called waving. So the tree was waving at the skies. Skies means sky, it is the plural of sky. The tree waved to the skies and it gave everything to the poet and his family. What did it give? It gave each and everything that the poet's family needed. So in the next stanza we will read which things were given by the tree to the family. Let's read. Its falling flowers and its shade, they cover half the track. It sheltered us from sun and rain. The tree has paid us back. So the tree gave them flowers. What did the tree give? You know, when the flowers fall down, you can collect the flowers and you can make a bouquet and so many beautiful things you can make. You can decorate the place because the red flower, they look amazing. Over here you could see the red flowers. So these are the red flowers, the beautiful red flowers which the tree has given them. The tree has given them shade. When it is hot, sunny day, you can sit under the tree, you can take shelter. Also when it is raining, you can sit under the tree and protect yourself from getting wet. So tree has given them flowers, tree has given them shade, that is shelter. They cover half the track. So how much place does the tree cover over here? The tree, the big giant tree, covers half of the track. Half of the road is covered with this gulmohar tree. It sheltered us from sun and rain. So sheltered, as I told you, shelter means protected. The tree has given them protection. The tree has protected them always from sun and rain. The tree has paid us back. So in the last line the poet says that the tree has paid us back. Means right from the childhood till the tree became big, the poet and his father took care of the tree a lot, all the time. So when the tree grew up, the tree has paid them back. The tree has given them in return so many things. The tree has paid them back means as you help someone, someone will help you in return. That is called paying back. If your friend helps you in difficult times, you should help your friend when he is in difficult problem. So that is what is the last line of the poem. They have taken care of the tree all the time, and so the tree has given them so many things back. And that is the end of the poem. This is how the poet describes the relationship of the tree with his family. He has also described the 4 stages of germination. First, we plant seeds, then finally there are 2 or 3 stages in between, and then the tree will become a sapling. and then it will grow up and become a big tree after so many years. What is the name of the poet? You should write down the name of the poet in your notebook. Please write down the name, learn the spelling. Keki, Keki, that's his middle name. Daruwalla, Daruwalla. Keki and Daruwalla is the name of the poet. He has written this poem, The Tree. It's a beautiful poem describing the tree. Then, now let's read the meanings of the words which are given in the glossary, and you have to write down all these words in your rough book right now along with me. Number 1. Track, track, a rough path. What is the meaning of track? A rough path, the road outside the house, that is the track. So that is number 1. Write down in your notebook, track, a rough path. Number 2. Shoots, tiny outgrowths from the seed which turn into leaves, that are called shoots. What are shoots? Tiny outgrowths from the seed which turn into leaves. The tiny part of the plant which will become leaves after some days, that parts are called shoots. Number 3. Boughs, Boughs. Boughs, here G is silent. So we say boughs, and the meaning is branches. Boughs, branches. Boughs, branches. The branches of the tree are called boughs. Next, number 4. Fuzz. Fuzz means shoots. What are fuzz? Fuzz of the tree means shoots of the tree. And what are shoots? Shoots are the tiny part which will turn into leaves. So fuzz, the synonym of fuzz is shoots. In this poem, this is the meaning. Next, number 5. Rare means uncommon or precious, which is seen very less. The beautiful Gulmohar tree was rare, means you cannot see that everywhere. It is uncommon and precious, very valuable. Then next, number 6. Sheltered, sheltered, protected, Protected, protected. The tree gave them shelter. So here the word is sheltered, means the tree gave them protection. The tree protected them from sun and rain. So I hope you have written all these 6 meanings which are given over here. Though you have to learn the meanings and give one word from the fair book for the exam. So now this is very important exercise. As I told you, the video is for revision and this exercise can be asked in your exam. So please see that you write the answers of this exercise. This exercise can be definitely asked in your exam. See, I have already made a rectangle so that you can read the heading clearly. Match the columns to complete the sentences. This is match the column or match the following. Here is the question and here are the answers. You have to read and you have to join. You have to match the arrows so that the sentence is complete. Here you will write the whole sentence. You will write the question and then in front of the question you can write the answer. But I repeat, the exercise is important from the exam's point of view. So please understand and write the answers. Number 1, it is given, Dad planted. Dad means the father of the poet. What did he plant? Dad planted a Gulmohar tree. It is over here, number 3. What did the dad plant? Dad planted a Gulmohar tree. So I already put the arrow. You can directly write the answer in place of arrow. Dad planted a Gulmohar tree. Number 2. The poet watered the sapling. The poet watered the sapling, and what else did he do? and chased the goats away, means he kept goats and cows, these animals, away from the tree so that they do not eat the branches of the tree. The poet watered the saplings and chased the goats away. Here is the answer. So in answer number 2, you will write this sentence and then you will write the answer. Number 3. The sapling was like dash. So when the tree was young, what was the sapling like? The sapling was like a young baby. And how the parents take care of the young baby, same way the poet and his dad had to take care of this sapling very much. So the young sapling was like a baby which needs care. You can see the arrow and write the answer. The sapling was like a baby which needs care. Number 4. Next year dash. Then after 1 year or the next year, what happened? Next year the sapling turned into red-roofed tree. Next year the sapling turned into red-roofed tree. The tree became red-roofed. The Gulmohar tree started getting red color flowers. So it became red-roofed tree. So next year the sapling turned into red-roofed tree. Then number 5, the tree waved. Like as I told you, you say goodbye to someone with both the hands. So the tree was waving. Where was it waving? The tree waved to the skies. The tree waved to the skies. Number 6, the tree sheltered the family from sun and rain. How did the tree shelter the family? From what did the tree protect them? The tree protected the family from sun and rain. So here is the last answer. The tree sheltered the family from sun and rain. Here are the 6 match the columns that we have done, and these 6 are really important from your exam's point of view. Let's read all once again. Dad planted a Gulmohar tree. The poet watered the sapling and chased the goats away. The sapling was like a baby which needs care. Next year, the sapling turned into a red-roofed tree. The tree waved to the skies. The tree sheltered the family from sun and rain. So what did we learn in today's video? In today's video, we learned about the poem The Tree, in which the father had planted beautiful Gulmohar tree beside the house. We also saw how the tree has repaid them in the poem. So I hope you will read this poem and you will revise the poem for your exam. Thank you and have a nice day.